Yeah, the talent out here is just, it's from every class out here, it's Division I talent and the guys that we're looking for. And from a skill standpoint, we come out and just get a lot worth our money from the recruiting standpoint. And not a bad area to recruit in with what we see out here. So from the talent level and then the scenery, we're more than happy to be out here.
That's been the only time I say yeah. See with the freshman over here? You're bigger, so a couple years, right?
Well, geez, it's a beautiful place. Not sure there's a better place on the summer circuit than coming up here. I've been coming up to Victoria for the better part of 15 years and have some great alums from this area, so it's great to see fellow Buckeyes and look for young men that are interested in coming to the States to play lacrosse.
Sure, this is probably one of our most important recruiting events every summer. If you look at our stats, most of our scoring comes from this part of the world. So it's very important that we get up here at least once a year, just kind of firsthand, see some of our top talent in their own element. But it really just kind of affects the way that we play. Making sure that we get the right student athletes that can really fit to that style. BC's the best place for it.
Go! Stay with them. I got two.
I think a couple things that we're always looking for are guys that just play hard. There are the things you can teach and the things you can't. And at the end of the day, we'll teach you the schemes and the offenses and the defenses and the rides and the clears. But what do you have inside that makes you different than somebody else? And that's the effort, and that's the hustle. Guys that are diving, that are picking up loose balls, that are helping their team in more ways than just putting the ball in the back of the net. So, that kind of dives into what are things they can work on? I think everybody can work on that. I'm always out there trying to find guys that do that little extra rather than just putting the ball in the net. So.
Beat back!
The ability to kind of put the ball in the back of the net a little bit more and keep pushing that pace of play. We're really trying to push the pace of play with all of our stuff, and I think that a lot of these players out here can do a tremendous job of making sure that we, get more of those possessions and stuff like that and score more goals. So I think that's kind of the biggest thing for us.
That guy, he's taking
Again, it's a full-time commitment. You're up early, you're grinding it, and we look for those guys that want to punch the clock.
Yeah, just the overall skill set. I mean, just continuing to keep the stick in the hand and practicing at the highest level you can, and be proactive in the recruiting process to reach out to coaches and make sure that you're getting your name out there to the best of your ability.
Ooh. Sure. Yeah. In my experiences, the Canadian lacrosse players generally are a little more blue collar, and they're willing to grind and work. We're standing here watching a box lacrosse game, and we don't have a lot of guys in the U.S. that are playing on Tuesday night in a box and getting cross-checked 50 times in a possession. And to me, that's pretty impressive stuff. And I'm sitting here watching, I'm like, man, I could use a few of these guys.
With the younger guys, well, younger grade 8, grade 9 guys, it's fundamental stuff, right? Make sure that stuff's on point. Coaches notice that stuff. They really take some value in that, and the ability to kind of be a sponge and learn and grow from there, I think, is the biggest thing for us. And then obviously is the academic side. I mean, so many schools have the ability to package stuff with their academics, and if you start off well in the classroom, then it's such an advantage going forward.
Yeah, got it. Got it. Right here. Hey.
Yeah, just a great event just to see some different types of kids that you wouldn't normally see on the East Coast where we run around all summer long with our recruiting. So came up here 5 or 6 years ago, got to know Chris McKay and Darren a little bit, got a chance to evaluate this event and found Dylan Folds and invited him out to Penn State. He came and visited and ended up being the right fit for him. So we've been pretty fortunate. He started at Attack Force this past year, scored 50 plus goals. He had a great season, so we're pretty excited about what we got out of him.
Yeah, I think a big part of it is, and I don't think it's necessarily specific to Canada, but I think overall athleticism. I think the goalie position is something that has become, not just something for, that the 10th guy on the field gets thrown into. It's a position that gets sought after, and it's something that you have to be athletic, you have to move to be able to get the ball, and I think that's something that goalies across all levels can work towards.
I guess I think one of the biggest things is heading down there is just the workload that you're going to be doing, just how busy you are every day. With waking up in the morning for a lift and then heading to practice and then having to do the 3 classes after, you just got to make sure you stay on top of your schedule, I think, and that comes from preparing even in high school now. Get used to studying, get used to being prepared, know what you're doing the next day, and just waking up prepared to be ready to just get after it every day.
some of the things that we really look for in our players is certainly character, integrity, hard work, commitment, certainly academics, and just really being a good teammate and really putting the team before yourself.
I'd say for people coming out of BC, a lot of things that it's really tough for guys out of BC to get recruited compared to the northeast of the U.S. So just getting yourself out there, getting into tournaments, stuff like this, showcases, just any time that you can get in front of a college coach, it's going to be a good experience for you, and it just improves your chances of getting recruited.
You know what, I mean, your weeks are filled with your classes, your practices, and everything else you're doing for your team filled. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of partying. Obviously, I think everyone's able to do that, but that's not the entire full week experience, especially if you want to be a student athlete. You have a pretty jam-packed week. So there's a little bit of time to do it, but not nearly as much as you think.
So obviously you have to take the SAT when going to school in the U.S., so just doing a lot of studying for that, because a lot of guys that I went to school with wound up not studying for their SATs and kind of shooting themselves in the foot when trying to go to bigger programs and wound up at places that maybe weren't their first choice. So just getting it done in the classroom and then taking care of all your SATs, that's going to be huge.
Got me stuck from the hands and beat up. The mic's been crafted, I'm attracted ever since I came past it. Grabbing hits with action kept me laughing straight through the sadness. One love of hip-hop, one love of the hop. Illustrating's got me dashing with the passion inside. Track of time lost, paralyzed with mystical vibes. Keeps me craving through the rain and in the pain with amazement. Strength giving, bigger switching with affection, I praise it. Our connection everlasting when I hug you, it's on. Grab each other's hips, speaking while you're creeping, I'm seeing. I've been needing sexual healing while you're crafting for many. You've been with me, close your eyes, candlelight with the mic. Converting lives with the passion, I've been feeling you right. Since you came on my sight, gave me pleasure through the struggle. You know that I love you. Get the pen and pad and mic, never place none above you, yeah. I just want to hold you closer and let me whisper in your ear. I just want to hold you closer and let me whisper in your ear.
Much love, yeah. You what I hold on to, I spill it true. Is it nice glue to the moves you make? Breaking my neck to keep it up to date. I live through you, I feel the pain and hate. Out the rain and ice, they won't melt. But together we.
Thanks again, guys. Chris is done. Coach Myers, whatever you say it.
Yeah, guys, really fantastic job. Playing for 6.5 hours isn't easy, and we thought you did a really good job controlling your effort. It was impressive, right? Like you said, we've been doing this for 8 years, and the things we want to hear when we walk those sidelines is that the talent level is high. In the last couple of years, that's been the consensus, all right? From 9th grade all the way to 12th grade, the talent level is high. That's on you guys, all right? Like you said, every night in the box, it makes it unique for these guys. You fight each other, you push each other around, and then you come together as a group and play well. You represent the province very well, and we appreciate that. Okay? So, again, today is just one day. It is a process. Right? It is a process in the classroom. It is a process working with all your coaches. It is a process being good people. Gone are the days of just being fantastic lacrosse player, right? There's so much involved. Okay? But today was a very good start for a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys have been here before, and we appreciate that. Coach Nick Myers from Ohio State here. We're going to talk to you a little bit.
Hey, listen, man. Again, my name's Nick. I coach down at Ohio State. Been there like both seasons as head coach, and I was fortunate as a young coach to have had the privilege to coach McKay while he was at Butler. He came down to the States to go to a 4-year school and got an amazing degree. That's one of the things that you love as a coach to do, is have a chance to work with a young man, whether it's from British Columbia. We have 15 states, 2 provinces, all these amazing coaches here, similar to me. But this is your future. And playing lacrosse has always been something that we love. I know growing up, I always loved playing. This is a bit different as you get older. When you start thinking about your future, you start thinking about possibly the idea of going down to the U.S., maybe attending a university, and chasing not only championships in lacrosse and dreams of playing maybe some field lacrosse, but also a degree in your future. And that's like big boy thoughts, you know, and you guys have all kind of started to get there in different levels, whether you're in grade 9, 10, or 11, 12. That's serious, you know, and I think what I would just share with you is this. We're very fortunate as coaches to work at great universities. Coming up to this event is kind of a kickoff to our recruiting. You know, I'll be traveling all summer long, going to spots along with my colleagues and these coaches. And this is one that we talk about. It's a special place, no doubt about it. It's a great place to come visit. But more importantly, it's a great place to come and find amazing young men. You know, we've always prided ourselves as finding some of the best BC has to offer. So, again, I'll echo what they said in terms of what we saw here today. Really impressed with the effort. You know, that's a great offering that you just heard from Coach in terms of being here for you as a resource. Very well connected. These are two of the most respected coaches in the game. You know, as a college coach, when I need something, these are some of the first guys I'll call. You know, so if you do have a question about the process, if you are unsure about what a next step might be, or maybe how to manage a conversation with a coach that you're having, or someone calls you and asks you to come for a visit, just not sure how that works, you know, lean on these two gentlemen. You know, they're experts and they're here to help you. They certainly want to see the, you know, BC continue to grow that way. And then finally, I'll just leave you with, again, making sure you're taking care of school. You know, you hear mom say that, dad, if you're fortunate to have them in your lives, your coaches, and I'll just tell you from a college perspective, you know, one of the things that's always tough for me is when I come up here and see a guy that I really love, you know, follow up with coach, get home, and then I take a look at the grades, and they're just not there. You know, so for you younger guys, it's not too late. You got to dig in and make sure that you're making that a priority. Okay. Make sure if you had something that brought you over in the ferry, or you had something that maybe took care of the bill today to get you here, this is the best value there is. You know, this is money well spent. So on the way home, make sure you say thank you to those who made it possible for you. All right? I'm grateful for the opportunity to stay here, to be here, man. I appreciate you.